Hello everybody, my name is Jad. Welcome to another MLB 9 Innings 23 video. In today's video, we've got some packs, combo, skill changes to go through. You guys know the works. You guys have been here for a long time, and I appreciate you guys for coming here every week to come say hello and talk some MLB 9 Innings. So, with today's video, got a couple premium skill changes to go through, I realized my mistake at the end of last video, and I'll get into more of that in the future, but let's get on with the video. Running a little late today, had some issues with my computer, but looks like things are going well right now, so hopefully this doesn't just like end up with me having to do this later in post after I already record everything, because that would be a shame, and I would hate to do that. So let's get into the video. The very first thing is I actually got a brand new Prime from League. I got Brandon Lau, pretty good levels. Pretty sick numbers. He had a great season with the Rays. I think they traded him to Texas, I believe, after that, or something like that. Crazy numbers. Let's get rid of this Seth Lugo. Unfortunately, we do not need him anymore right now. Spring training baseball is upon us. I wanted to know your guys' opinions about, like, I like to talk baseball in addition to talking about the game, so I wanted to know what your guys' opinions were on about the pitch clock so far and the shift bands so far. Now, I know that there's ways around the shift band, like, for instance, teams have been taking the left fielder and putting them in right, like, kind of where, like, they would have put the whatchamacallit, they put the shortstop there and then move the third baseman to short. They would do that, basically, but so far, I think that I looked at the statistics, and so far, batting average is up. I think slugging percentage is down, but I think that will definitely rectify. In terms of both the pitch clock and in terms of the shift ban, batting average is up, on-base percentage is up, runs are up, time of game is down. Oh, nice free vintage. Thank you very much. I think these are all good things, in my opinion. I wanted to know what you guys thought about them, too. In my opinion, I think that it's all good things. I believe that is definitely what we're striving for here. I've been hearing a lot of people who are, like, upset about this, and I'm like, man, it is not that big of a deal. I think everyone is freaking out. They're like, this is not baseball. Baseball doesn't work with a clock. And you know what? You're right. But you know what? This is not baseball having a clock. It's like a shot clock, okay? Like, it doesn't necessarily mean that the game is forced to end at a certain point now. It's just trying to speed the game up and make the game flow a little bit better. Like, you can still come back from 9 runs down in the 9th inning. This is not going to stop that from happening. But it will make sure that the game has more of a flow and actually feels like, you know, things are moving instead of like in basketball before the shot clock when you just have teams hog the ball for 20 minutes at a time. Like, this is not saying, yes, I do not need this. This is not saying that there will no longer be games like that. Like, that's not what we're going for here. We're just trying to make the game have a better flow. And honestly, I'm at the age now where I'm not like a curmudgeon, and I'm not saying, like, this isn't baseball. I really like the change, and I think that it's definitely good for the sport. Faster games, more runs. I'm hopeful that this will be a good what am I doing? It will be a good trend for the rest of the season. Who knows? Maybe that when the regular season happens, maybe it will slow down a little bit more. You know, stuff like that. Maybe runs will be decreased because the fact that everyone who is pitching is actually a major league pitcher instead of right now, which is just kind of like, you know, a bunch of minor leaguers here and there, and you've got like the guy who's already made the team just there for like 2 innings to get reps. Maybe that could also be a cause. But compared to spring training last year to this year, those statistics ring true. There are more runs. I think there are actually fewer strikeouts right now. I don't know how much of a trend that is. There's more runs, fewer strikeouts, faster games, batting average is up, on-base percentage is up. Like, all good things that I think that everybody who is interested in baseball and likes the product, I believe that everybody can come together and agree that those are all good things. So I also want to talk to you guys about the fact that they teased with the off-season event, it's more like the pre-registration event, they teased that there will be some historic players coming. And I don't know if you guys saw the picture, but we basically played like the guessing game with these people, and we basically came to some conclusions. I want to see if I can try to pull up our discussion about this. Actually, I can give you some exact statistics according to Codify Baseball. So, 260 spring training games this year versus 536 spring training games last year. Average is up 5 points. OBP is up 17 points. Slugging percentage is down 6 points. There's 8% more runs per game, 7% more singles per game, 11% fewer homers per game, which is a little alarming, but there could be a trend there. There's 22% more walks per game. Unfortunately, there seems to be 27% more hit by pitches per game. I don't know how that could be quantified. That could just be an anomaly, which is just, that happens. 2% fewer strikeouts per game, which, that's not really much of a change. And there's and in terms of the bases, there are 74% more stolen bases per game, which is an astronomical number. That is just like, if you wanted to see baseball in terms of like back when Ricky Henderson was playing, and you're like me, you didn't really get to see it. Incredible. Like, that's a huge number. But anyway, let me scroll up here in terms of our conversations, and let's see if I can find our discussions. Hold on. I wish I had this pulled up before this, so let's go scroll up here. Okay, so the pictures... I actually don't know who is on the left. They posted a picture of 5 players, and you guys are going to have to forgive my my ignorance. I don't recognize him from it, but it looks like there's a Walter Johnson, Hank Aaron. Who else is in this photo? I'm struggling to recognize these people because they're before my time, but I know their names. Who is it? I'm struggling here, man. I have the picture. I can post the picture, like, somewhere in this video, like, probably, like, after I'm done with this little combo thing here. I'll post a picture. But that seems to be who they are. I'm just scrolling up here. We kind of had a fight with whether or not, like, Trevor Hoffman's one of them. That's the person who I'm missing. And also I'm missing whoever the Phillies batter is, too. And, like, I think that's... I want to say Larry Walker. Could be wrong. Maybe Larry Walker. But I'll post a picture on the screen right now. But they also teased previously. I talked about they teased Ken Griffey and also having Jackie Robinson. So I think that they gave us basically who the new vintages were going to be. These could be the Supremes. They could be the Supremes, but I thought that they would include Ken Griffey and also maybe Jackie Robinson in as a Supreme, although they could be going in as legends. I don't know specifically what their plans are, but that's just my theory on the matter right now. Could be the case. They could have just teased the 5 new Supremes, like them. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Since this is the last chance for the historics right now, the historic packs, I think that those 5 players, maybe Todd Helton, I don't know, I could be totally wrong here. Looking up. I don't know. I thought we talked about it, but I have the photos of it. I just don't know who it is. Maybe you guys can enlighten me because I'm a fool. I'm not really too sure. Anyway, let's click on this thing. Let's get a move on, shall we? So I think that they basically gave us the 5 players who are going to be the next Supremes, and then I'm hoping that maybe Jackie Robinson and Ken Griffey will be legends. Although it doesn't really make sense that there is no legend for Hank Aaron. He should be a legend, but I can see the appeal of them making him a Supreme player for sure. Anyway, we shall see what's going on. We also now currently have the WBC Pick'em event right now, and boy, I made a dumb pick in that WBC event. I thought so. Let me bring you guys through my theory as to the WBC event, and I'm gonna pull this up right here, and I'll show you guys the error of my ways. So I picked Cuba over the Netherlands. I didn't realize the Netherlands had such a good team. In terms of the WBC team rankings, Cuba actually has a worse team than the Netherlands, but my instinctive brain told me, they said, wow, Cuba, that must be a great baseball team. They have so many Cuban players in the majors who are great baseball players. And then I realized after I made the pick that, oh wait, actually all the people who I think are great baseball players defected from Cuba and are probably not playing for Team Cuba because I'm a fool. So it's too late now. I can't go back and change it. In fact, Chinese Taipei, who is playing Panama, honestly is probably an even better choice than Cuba. They are like the second-ranked team right now. in terms of the WBC rankings. They're actually ranked above the USA, which is now probably going to be ranked even worse. I'm talking about the USA because so many players since this ranking came out have actually, defected from the WBC team due to injuries such as like Nestor Cortez and other players who are not currently going to participate in. I think the other day I heard that Jose Quintana is no longer playing for Colombia. Colombia is actually a pretty highly ranked team too, but Panama is ranked like 12. The Netherlands are ranked 7th, and Cuba is ranked 8th. So for all like ranking purposes, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, Chinese Taipei is definitely probably one of the top teams to pick for the WBC. If you want to go strictly on rankings, that's probably your best bet. But, I looked at the Cuban roster, and I'm just like, I don't recognize any of these people at all. I don't know who any of these people are. And in terms of, the only people I recognize are, Yoenis Cespedes is playing for them, Yohan Moncada is playing for them, Luis Garcia is playing for them, and the rest of the people, I just have no idea. Although, to be honest with you, knowing the fact that I know almost nothing outside of Yankee land, that doesn't really say much, to be honest with you, but We'll find out how it goes. I don't know. It's still baseball. When you have two evenly matched teams, you can still find a way to win. Who knows? It's a toss-up at that point. You never know which way it's going to go. So I'm hoping I don't lose it. I really want to get that 8-win streak signature pack, but, knowing me, I never hit these ranks. I never hit these streaks anyway. So, good luck to everybody out there. I still think that I made a total mistake and I blew it. And I hope you guys don't make the same mistake that I do. I also wanted to take a moment to talk about the pre-registration rewards. So, I watched Com2 post a Twitter information about the pre-registration, and I was the one who answered people's questions about it instead of them. I thought that was pretty funny. They actually liked my reply, which is the most I've seen them do in a long time in terms of actually interacting with anybody on Twitter. Somebody asked when do we get the pre-registration rewards? And if you guys have been here since the last pre-registration reward, you know the answer. But for anybody who's new and doesn't know the way that the pre-registration works, you sign up for the pre-registration using your email, and then when the new game gets released, as in when they update it to have the new 2023 rosters and the new 2023 schedule, is when they are going to send you an email to your inbox. You're going to have a code in your inbox. It's going to have a hyperlink that's going to launch the game, and it's going to input a coupon code for you automatically, and that is going to give you the pre-registration rewards when the new season begins. So I take it probably around the end of March, maybe the first week of April, you're going to get a link that's going to give you the pre-registration rewards, and it's going to be everything that they outlined in the... I'm trying to think. I think they had a Prime pack and a bunch of other things in there too. Let me see if there's a thing in here for pre-registration. I don't know if they do. Is it in the news? Pre-registration. There's Jfish. What's happening, dude? Is it in there's a notice maybe? I really don't know. No, a second historic player package. Historic player, off-season, sales. Oh, there it is, pre-registration. I walked right by it. So let's see what their pre-registration rewards are, just so that way I'm not getting this wrong. These games are interesting. If you don't know the answers, I don't really want to spoil the answers for you. They're pretty openly available on Reddit. I don't really want to spoil the events for you because I wanted to figure out the numbers, and then I woke up the other day and I saw 7 posts about the answers, and I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm going to have to treat it like it's going to be some kind of thing. Pre-registration goes on May 2nd until the Season 23 update. Really? May 2nd? Oh, there you go. All event rewards can be used and claimed until April 30th. Okay. Alright, so you can probably pre-register late, that's fine. So probably when the season begins on April 1st, I think it's March 30th this year, they will have that ready to go. Let's see. Live Diamond Wish Player Pack, Team Select Pack ×3, Diamond Special Training XP once pre-registering. That's worse than it used to be honest with you. They used to give out Prime Packs and stuff like that. That's pretty much a shame. And my game is broken. Those rewards used to be much better. I don't really know what happened with that. That's strange. That seems to be a really lackluster reward, in my opinion. Oh well. I think it's still worth it. It's free things. You might as well do it. Hey, why not? Free Diamond Live player. Might as well. you can hold on to it, use it later in the season if your player on your team or someone you're interested in is having like a good season, you can use them. Just get a free live diamond out of it. Maybe someone having an MVP type season, who knows? I think I used mine last year on Judge, I want to say. I used a Diamond Wish pack on him. That was pretty cool. Austin Romine. That's a name I haven't heard in a long time. I haven't really thought about Austin Romine since he got in a fight with Miguel Cabrera. That's a long time ago. That's a long time ago at this point. We've actually kind of dealt with all the diamonds on our roster, pretty much. We've kind of cut down on them finally. We've had some poor luck with combos, but we've actually cut down on them for the most part. So actually we have some roster space to maneuver with. And I'm still trying to figure out who I'm going to use that Diamond Wish player pack. Like I said, probably saving it for next season, honestly. I'm just going to hold on to it for a long time. Although, you guys know me. You guys know I'm accidentally going to use it at some point. You know this for certain. You're just waiting for me to accidentally click it. And I know what you're thinking. Where's your Diamond Player Select pack? Oh, that's right. I didn't finish in Diamond last week because I actually was like in the 300s. And then in the last 10 minutes, I had a game crash on me. When I was up 7-0, the game crashed on me. Lost that game. I lost the game after it was 7-0. And then I couldn't do anything. I had to close the game. That took me 5 minutes of my time at the end of ranked. And by that point, I had lost 300 ranks in terms of home games. It's just like incredible how fast you drop ranks if you're not like actually playing at the end of ranked. I mean, I kind of wish that would be a little different, but oh well. I didn't lose too much on the power rankings, and hopefully I'll have a better luck next week. But man, that was just super rough. Let's get some free vintage combos off these dudes real quick. I love getting 2 bronzes out of like the intermediate and also on the basic vintage. That's pretty cool too. You'll love to see it. We can finally use our minor grade increase tickets. Free vintages. You'll love to see it. Oh, man. It's just like, I thought I could... Like, what happened was the game finished. It got past, like... It got to the loading screen, and then the screen went black. I had to crash the app to get back in because I'm like, okay, even if I lose this game, I need to get back in to play a couple games, and then I get back in, play 4 people in Gold 1. I tied 2 of them and lost to 2 of them. I'm just like, okay, it's just not meant to be at this point, so whatever. So I finished like in the 600s. I was just like, this is the worst I think I've finished in a year at this point. It was probably one of the worst finishes. And in reality, my pitchers didn't even pitch that poorly. All 5 of my starting pitchers had an ERA under 2. And all 5 of my starting pitchers had an ERA under 2. My bullpen, all of them, my setup guys and my closer, all had an ERA under 2.5, which is usually pretty solid. And on top of that, I think the thing that really sank me was my offense was dreadful. I think that like my top home run hitter, George Brett, had 83 home runs last week, which is just honestly dreadful. I don't know what happened, but man, my offense last week was brutal. Unsure what happened. Although I'll tell you what did happen was I got played by power ranking number 24. I'm just like, I'm in the 500s and I got paid by power ranking number 24. I'm like, what is happening here? Dale Righetti. I don't think I got another combo. Nope, we don't. Man. Go from a Yankee to a Yankee. Shame, shame, shame. I don't have another combo. So let's go use our 5 PSETs. So I thought about this at the end of last video. I was like, man, I really should have probably used those PSETs on Chad Green instead. Because Chad Green, I can put him wherever I want. So we're going to use the PSETs on Chad Green. Because I believe that it would be beneficial to get legend skills on him. We'll just use legend skills on him. If I get a legend skill, then it'll be useful. But, if not, then it's not really that useful. I think his levels in this state are too low, personally. I like Boss Finn, but I think that having Untouchable at 2 is just kind of not great. That looked pretty good. Not a fan, though. Let's see what we can get. That's a big no thank you very much. I did not get a chance. I don't have the money right now to buy the blues and greens, but at the same rate, I also don't have anyone to use them on. But they did have a new update, which are the premium blues and premium greens, which I believe basically work the same as PSETs, which is like you use the blue, and then you can choose whether or not you want to keep the skill set or use the old one, which is actually much more interesting because the thing that has been kind of scaring me about using blues and greens on some of my batters, such as Judge, Whereas I don't want to get off of what he has now, due to the fact that if I'm cool with having BM as a third. I think it could be better, but I don't want to get stuck in an endless loop of doing it to the point where it's just kind of, I end up with something awful. Like I end up with, like, I don't know, like, what's an awful skill that he could end up with? Like righty killer or stuff like that, like right specialist or pinch hitter, like stuff like that. Like, I don't want to use blues on him because, yes, he has a subpar third right now, but I don't want him to have a dreadful third. Like, that's probably where I'm kind of at odds with him right now, and that's kind of what scares me. Not a fan of doing that. So that's kind of the reason why I've kind of strayed away from it. I don't know who I'm going to use SCTs on. I guess I'm going to use them on, I want to use them on Tino, I guess. I don't know. I think slot 2 is actually better than slot 1, but I don't want to change it right now due to the fact that I still have to play club battles today, and I don't want to completely just destroy him. So, I mean, I don't know who I want to use these skill changes on. I'm trying to think, who can I use skill changes on? I don't think Stanton ever plays. Neither is Kutch. Andujar's never playing again in my lineup. There's just no way that happens. I don't know who I want to use my skill changes on here. Miller's never changing. Chapman's never changing. I could use mine Batanz. No, I'd have to sacrifice slot 2, which is a legend set. I don't know. Huh. Can I use him on May? I mean, like, I like Rudy May. He usually puts up a 2 ERA for me, which is pretty good. What's his slot 2, though? I want to see his slot 2. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's really worth me changing him right now. I'm at the point now where I need to make a very serious... you know what? I'll use him on Granderson. I'll use him on Granderson slot 2, just in case we get something crazy. No, I can just change slot 2 without having to do that, right? Yeah, I can just do that. Because I want something better than Spotlight 2, but I think I could definitely do better. That looked pretty promising. Triple threes? I wish that it was a different leg day. I would have probably taken, prediction. But I would need to have charisma there probably to make it worth my while. A specialist? That's never happening. No, thank you. I'm trying to think of anything else I've missed in today's video. I can't really think of anything off the top of my head. I'm still kind of shocked that free agents sell out every single week, despite the fact that, you no longer get mileage anymore, and you only basically get one per week at this point, which is kind of it's not really a good way to get diamond players, but I don't know. I maybe either people haven't realized or they just need to spend tickets. I really don't know. It's definitely a good way to get packs. If you have a lot of tickets like I do, it's certainly a lot of packs in terms of the silvers and the premiums. But the fact that you only can get one per week kind of really shuts the door quickly, because most of the time you'll pull in within 100 tickets and I have to wait 13 weeks. Most of the time, I make back whatever tickets I use throughout the course of the week. For instance, I started last week with 1,300 tickets on the nose. I want to see how many free agent tickets I earned this week just from playing the game. I bet I have at least 1,350 tickets right now. So that's my guess. Let's see if I'm right, though, at the end of these skill changes. I just want to see what we can get here. Looking for a perfect set, although to be honest with you, my offensive struggles have told me that very, very soon I'm going to need to really think about changing some of my batters and definitely need to work about getting some better skills, including legend skills on my batters, because having my top 4 guys be legend skill guys is pretty good. They put up great numbers throughout the week. It's just that I need them to be better. I need the rest of my lineup to be better. Unfortunately, having the bottom half of my lineup not have legend skills, although they do hit with BIU, which is very helpful, but it's still just less than ideal every week, week in, week out. But premium blues and premium greens are definitely going to be good for me if I want to perfect Judge and Gary. Triple three is nothing doing there though. Charisma, pinpoint strike. Wish that was better. I'll take triple threes, but I'd like to have triple three golds, please. All right, last couple here, and then we'll go check the free agent tickets, and then I got to go upload this video because, like I said, it was getting late because I just ran out of time today. All right, so let's go hold off on that for another week. Granderson's definitely going to be. I don't think I'm actually going to focus on using legends on Granderson because If we do in fact get a sig change from the rework of the overall package, he is definitely going to be replaced by Babe Ruth. So let's see, free agent tickets. What do we got here? Free agent tickets, 1,341. I was pretty close. So I made 41. I got 41 free agent tickets from this week. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Pretty good. What do we got here? This is this, right? Can I get a PSET from this? Yes, I can. I totally forgot that this reset this week. So let's go use this last one, and let's see if we can get something good on this one. One more for Chad Green. Come on, baby. No. That's a shame, man. That's a shame. Okay, well, I appreciate you guys coming and hang out with me today. I'm going to go answer a couple comments real quick while this video is uploading. So I thank you guys for your patience in waiting for me to reply to comments. Like I said, I always read your guys' comments. I may not always respond to them. My life is just in turmoil right now. So anyway, with that being said, I will see you guys in the next video. If you guys want me to, if you guys want the videos to just come right to your inbox, I would love it if you guys subscribed, because we're getting up there in the terms of subscriptions. I never ever imagined having this many subscriptions, and I cannot express to you guys how happy I am that you guys are so awesome. So I hope you guys have a good time with the WBC coming up and the start of the season. Good luck with your pulls, your packs, your combos. Hopefully you guys have better PSET luck than I've been having, although I can't complain from the Legends Skill Change tickets. But anyway, see you guys soon. Have a good day, and peace.